they held to a belief similar to the Christians in that Uzair or Ezra was believed to be a divine son of God. There's absolutely no shred of historical data before or during the time of Muhammad for any Jews believing in someone named Uzair as the divine son of God in the same way that Christians believe that Jesus is the unique divine son of God. It doesn't exist.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I just want to add on the topic of Muhammad not knowing the difference between Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Mary, the sister of Aaron and Moses, who was 14 centuries earlier. It's interesting, if you read Sahih Muslim number 5326, you'll see that Christians during the time of Muhammad started making fun of the Muslims because of this. Muhammad sends out one of his followers to preach Islam, and the Christians say, oh, wait a minute, don't you say Jesus, don't you say Jesus' mom is the sister of Aaron? And they say, of course. And the Christians think this is absolutely hilarious. And the Muslim follower has to come back to Muhammad and go, Muhammad, they think we're a joke now. And Muhammad has to reconcile this because he doesn't want to say, okay, I just had this wrong. And so he comes up with this story about about people during the time of Jesus being called, even though it's not their name, being called after the name of people who lived centuries beforehand. So according to Muhammad, for Muhammad to justify this, he has to say, yeah, if you were a good person during the time of Jesus, they would add all these names onto you and say you're the sister of Aaron, even though you're not the sister of Aaron, and you're the daughter of Imran, even though you're not the daughter of Imran, to show their respect for you. Well, come on, people. I mean, think about it. Everything Muhammad says that he's not directly stealing from the Christians or the Jews or the pagans, he's wrong on. He talks about what Christians believe about the Trinity, and he's wrong. He talks about what Christians believe about the deity of Christ, and he's wrong. He talks about what the difference between Mary and Mary being the same person, and he's wrong. Everywhere we turn, Muhammad gets all these details wrong, and Muslims have to do backflips in order to try and justify this, just as Muhammad himself did. Is there anything he could say that would make you begin to question whether he's a prophet? If Muhammad says Sam Shamoun is the father of Muhammad, I mean, are you going to question this? Or you just, no, it must be true. Does there ever come a point when someone says so many false things that you finally question whether he's a prophet? Because what Muhammad said about the gospel is all wrong. What Muhammad said about the Bible is all wrong. What Muhammad said about practically everything we can investigate, it's all wrong.
Well, for more backflips, let's go to the lines, because they say we got a full bank of calls, and we are hearing wonderful information, but we need to get to those callers. So let's take the next caller right now. Welcome, you're on the air with Jesus or Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Okay, go right ahead.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
All right.
I have a question for David Wood.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And please no interruptions, okay?
Well, you can't dictate to us.
Yours, but go ahead.
If you're going to make a point, let him interact and make another point. But make your point, please.
I'll tell you this: listen. As long as you don't say anything that's wrong, as long as you don't say something that's false, I'll let you finish.
So make your point and let him address it.
Okay. I want to say that Islam is a true religion. Okay. Whatever you're saying right now about Islam is most of it's wrong. Because look how many right now Christians and Americans and Christians from all around the world are converting into Muslims, included Gerald Dirks, who was the biggest minister.
General who?
Gerald Dirks.
Gerald Dirks? You mean the gentleman who doesn't know the Bible or Christian history? I've written articles refuting him, and I'll debate him anytime.
No. Anytime. And by the way, he won't debate. I've already asked him. He won't defend anything.
So here we are willing to debate what you claim to be a Christian scholar. We're ready to debate him. And for the record, I'm no Christian scholar. I'm not a Christian scholar. I'm a lay apologist. But I'm willing to take any of your scholars by the grace of God to show you that what you think is a scholar is not a scholar, but someone who perverts the truth and has been deceived and is deceiving.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
And don't forget that Gerald Dirks studied Christian for 25 years.
Oh, boy!
Yeah. Which makes it even worse. So then he's a deceiver. Then he's an outright blatant liar.
Yeah.
Okay. And he studied it for 25 years, and he's a Christian, right?
Okay.
And Muslims never turn into Christianity, only maybe 1 in a million person, you know?
You'll be surprised,
really?
Yeah.
What's that?
And
no.
And when I heard you guys say I believe that we don't believe in Jesus, but we do, but not as God's son.
Okay, Muhammad, can you bring up an objection to the topic?
This is Ali.
Yeah, it's Ali or Muhammad?
Ali.
No, his name is Muhammad.
He believes in Muhammad.
Is your name Muhammad?
No, his name is Ali.
Ali, okay, Ali, do me a favor. We're talking about what the Quran says about the spread of true Christianity and its implications on your beliefs. We set out a case. We took about 10 minutes to make a case from those two Quranic passages. Then we quoted some Muslim scholars. We have a lot more verses to show you what the Quran says about the Bible. But do you have any comment on what we discussed earlier in the program, that if the Quran is true, then the followers of Jesus were victorious, and they would remain victorious till the day of resurrection? Since Paul wrote half the New Testament and spread Christianity further than any other apostle, and his influence and teachings are spreading to this day, if you say that Paul is a false Christian, doesn't this mean that he defeated your God Allah and overcame the true followers of Christ, even though the Quran says that Allah made sure the true followers of Christ would not be defeated? Could you address that?
Okay, listen. I didn't watch the show from before. I just watched it from right now. And then, like I was saying,
Okay, Ali, thank you. We got so many callers. Thank you for your point. We're going to try to go to some of the callers who understood the point of the show better. Let's take the next call, and then we're going to go to a break. One more caller right now. Jesus or Muhammad, you're on the air.
Hello, everybody. This is Manu again.
Hello,
Hey,
Manu.
Manu, what's up? Manu.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm going to be a bad Muslim and greet you.
Praise God.
Oh. You're not going to make us go into the narrow part of the street,
No,
are
he's
you?
not, man. He's a bad Muslim. Come on. He's, hopefully
No,
make
that
a
would be
good
a good
Christian.
Yeah.
Regarding, very briefly, regarding what you said about Quran is confused about who was Mary and
Sure.
the wife of Imran and so forth. I just want I don't want to put you down or anything, but if you use your imagination, I mean, your name is Sam, your name is David, your name is Joseph. There've been many generations of people with the same name.
No. Listen, Manu. We're not saying the Quran says there was a Mary who was the mother of Jesus, and there was a Mary who was back at the time of Moses. Christians believe that. Christians believe there were two women named Mary. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Quran identifying Mary, the mother of Jesus, as the sister of Aaron and the daughter of Imran. Now, the problem is, there was one Mary in history who was the sister of Aaron, the prophet of Aaron, and the daughter of Imran, and that was Mary, the sister of Moses and Aaron, who is definitely not Mary, the mother of Jesus, because there were 14 centuries in between them. So we're not just saying, hey, they both had the name Mary, just like two people could have the name Sam, or two people could have, I mean, I'm David, but there was a prophet named David, so, you know, what's the difference here? Well, if someone tells me that, if someone says, hey, David, who's married to a woman named Marie and lives in the Bronx, New York, was the king of Israel, it's obvious that this person has grossly distorted things and doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, because we're two different Davids. And similarly, if someone takes two Marys who lives 1,400 years apart and identifies them as the same person, this person clearly has no concept of and can't separate truth from falsehood.
Okay, Manu, hang on the line. My technicians say we must go to a break.
Yeah.
If you'll stay on the line,
Tell him
we'll
not
be
to hang up on him. Manu, don't hang up on him.
Manu, stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Yeah.